The Office of National Statistics reported back in April 2020, 46% of people employed in the UK were working from home. Of course, in August and September, some of those people returned to the office, but most recently the message remains work from home if you can. So whilst there aren't quite as many working from home, there are still plenty, and many businesses have stated that their employees will continue to work from home in some way or another as much as possible. Quite recently, there are stories in the news stating that some staff are being monitored using software that takes screenshots of their work. The employer justifies this by stating that they know what their employees are doing in terms of following procedure and that their output is at acceptable levels. They also counterbalance that argument by stating that if an employee is doing better than expected, the screenshots are studied, the employee is then asked whether they wish to share their knowledge with their team, hence improving team performance perhaps. So, as an employer, where do you stand? Some industries are already monitoring their employees. They do this using software which allows management information teams to report on their performance, which helps maintain a particular level of standard. Therefore, those employees may not see this as such an issue. However, monitoring must be proportionate. There must be clear written policies so that the employees know that they are being monitored. The policy must state how and why the software is being used. If the monitoring constitutes a big change in procedure, employees need to consult with employees before implementing any policies. Employers need to be aware, however, that what they record may be employees' personal data. This means they must consider GDPR and the Data Protection Act 2018. This may apply to such data if it is saved. Now, there is nothing in the law that prohibits monitoring. However, we would strongly suggest that if this type of software is not usual practice prior to COVID-19, caution must be taken. You need to explain and consult. This means that you must listen to your employees. Employers have an implied contractual duty to maintain employees' trust and confidence. Forcing something on their staff may be considered a breach of trust. This is likely to be sufficient to be considered a breach of contract. Employers are more likely to see better results by supporting their employees by reaching out and focusing on their health and well-being.